Welcome to Narc Abuse No More, where we're here to help educate you about narcissistic abuse because your feelings do matter. Hi, and welcome to another broadcast of Narc Abuse No More with your host, Doctor and Evangelist K.L. Rich. Thanks for tuning in today. Excuse me. Today is October the 19th of 2021. I pray that you've had a blessed, stress-free, narcissistic-free, abuse-free week so far, and that the remainder of this week will continue to be so as well. But if not, we're going to be talking about a few things today. Again, my name is Dr. K.L. Rich with Narc Abuse No More, where we're here to help you admit what you feel in order to heal from the effects of narcissistic abuse, because your feelings do matter. Yes, they do. But before we go on with today's broadcast, I would like to invite you to visit us on our website at www.narcabusenomore.org. Again, that website address is www.narcabusenomore.org, or you can type in narcissistic abuse nomore.com. Again, that's narcissisticabuse-nomore.com. And on our website, you'll find information regarding narcissism, regarding relationships. You can also listen to this podcast. If you've missed any of them, you can listen to it on the website. And just as a reminder, we are on every Tuesday and Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 a.m. Central on SoundCloud, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Spreaker, Google Play, iTunes, Deezer, and now we're on Amazon Audible, Amazon Music, so you can listen to us on there. And just as a reminder, in January, we will be going to Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Again, that's going to be Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays in January. Now, the good thing about these podcasts is that you can listen to them at any time of your choice. So even though we may air at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 a.m. Central, and it's still going to be the same time in January, the great part about it is that if you're not able to tune in at that time, guess what? We're in the archives. So whatever your favorite app is that you're listening to us from, only thing you have to do is download that app, put us in your favorites, and it will alert you as to whenever we are on. Yes, it will. So just subscribe and download. And we're also, I forgot to mention, we are on YouTube, so you can listen to us from YouTube. All you gotta do is type in Narcissistic Abuse No More. That's Narcissistic Abuse No More. You will see the silhouette of a person on there, and with red, black, and white colors. And so you can subscribe to us on there and listen to us on YouTube. Now, next year we may be also coming to Rumble. So I will keep you updated on that. For those who don't use YouTube and you prefer Rumble, then we'll probably be coming to Rumble as well. All right, what are we talking about today? We are talking about things narcissists say when they are gaslighting you. Things narcissists say when they are trying to pour the gas. And you might say, for those who are new to what narcissism is, you're new to finding out, you may have just discovered that you have been dealing with a narcissist. You may not have known that it's a community of traumatized people who have dealt with these type of folks. And you might say, okay, what is gaslighting? Because you might have heard the term, or you may be new to it and you might not know what it is. Well, gaslighting is a tactic that narcissists use to manipulate someone by psychological means into questioning their sanity. So basically, you can call a narcissist out on something that they have done, and they will twist it to make you think and make you appear to be crazy. They will make you think they will have you doubting yourself, and that's one of the games that narcissists often play, is instead of owning up to what they are doing to you, they will twist it around to make it seem as if it's all in your head. Now, you might have a black eye, but they'll tell you, I didn't do that. That's all in your head. All right, they may have stolen something from you, and you got proof that they did it. Oh, I didn't do that. You're making too big. So we're gonna go over some of the things that they say to make you think that you're crazy. Because they are master manipulators when it comes to mind games. And in order to know that you're not going crazy, you have to be up on their game. You have to know what they're doing. You have to know what they're going to say before they even know how to say it. All right. So we're going to start off. We're getting this today at queenbeing.com. That's queenbeing.com. And I want you to just listen to what you probably have heard these phrases before. But in order to be able to be up one on the narcissist, you have to know from what angles they will come from. And once you get to know the angles from which they come from, then you won't let it bother you emotionally, and you will know how to deal with their manipulative games. Number one, they will tell you oftentimes you're being irrational. Now, you have caught them cold-handed in something that they've done, but they'll say that you're the one that's being irrational. They want you to doubt your reality. Number two, and I'm going to skip around on this because this particular website has 121 specific phrases that narcissists use when they're trying to gaslight you. So I'm going to skip around, but you can go over this, go to the website. Again, the name of the website, the name of this particular article is 121 things narcissists say when they are gaslighting you. And of course, we're not going to have time to go over all 121, but we're going to go over quite a few. So if I skip from 1 to 5 or 1 to 6, you'll know where I'm at on their list, but you can go back over it yourself at a later time. And again, the website is Queen Being, that's queenbeing.com. All right. Okay, so the first thing is you're being irrational. Another thing, that number 3, they'll say that you're making stuff up in your head. So they want you to think that you've gone cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Okay, whenever you call them out on something, they're going to twist it around, because what does the narcissist do? The narcissist never admits or never acknowledges the things that they do. So therefore, they're going to twist it around on you to make you think that you've gone crazy, that you've lost your mind. Number 4, they will tell you that you need help. This is their way of telling you that you're crazy, that you're not thinking clearly, that, something is wrong with you. They want you to doubt yourself. Number 5, I don't do things I think are wrong. Of course they do. Of course they do. They will have you thinking that they're the epitome of morality, and they're the opposite of it. All right? You cannot believe what they say. You go by what they do. Number 6, why are you being so defensive? They will make you feel like when you approach them about something, or they may have said something that was out of the way to you, they may have crossed a boundary. Well, you're on the defense. No, you're standing up for yourself. See, when you stand up for yourself, they call it defensive. You're on the defense. No, what you're doing is you're standing up for yourself. Number 7, you are so childish. You're immature. This is actually what they are. See, the very things that they will accuse you of, they are themselves. By the time they get done with you, they'll make you think that you're the narcissist, when in actuality, it's them flipping the script onto you. So narcissists, and I've often said this, narcissists are like children, like a 2-year-old in an adult body. All right. They kick and scream when they don't get their way. And when you don't do what the narcissists say, then you will often experience that narcissistic rage because in their minds they've received a narcissistic injury, and you will see the wrath of them. Number 8, you need to learn to communicate better. This is something that they love to say because it's all your fault. They have not done anything. It's all your fault if you listen to the narcissist. All right. So they will tell you, you need to learn to communicate better, when in actuality, they're not communicating at all. They're barking out demands. They're not trying to understand you. They're not wanting to get to know your feelings. They think that it's about them. It's all about them. So you need to communicate with them to understand them, but they never need to communicate to understand you. You see how one-sided this is? Number 9, I'm not arguing. I'm just discussing. Oh, they're raising their voice. They're not listening. They're shutting you down. You don't even have time to talk because they're making sure that they can manipulate and control the whole conversation. But they're not arguing, though. They're just having a discussion. Well, who are they having a discussion with? Themselves? Because obviously they're not having one with you if they're yelling and screaming and name calling and belittling and devaluing you and telling you all the things that you're defective in. That's not a discussion. Number 10. Hey, I'm not saying you need to do anything different. I'm not trying to change anybody. Well, obviously you are if you're manipulating a person to do something against their will. And a lot of that is going on in society today. People want to manipulate you to do something against your will. So therefore, you're trying to change who that individual is instead of letting them be themselves. Number 11. It's always something with you. They will make you feel as if you're the drama king, the drama queen, and they'll say it's always something with you, when in actuality you are trying to defend your rights. You're trying to stand up for your rights. You're trying to say, I don't want to be abused anymore. You may not even really know that you're saying this, but you're trying to be assertive, and you're trying to let them know, I do not deserve to be treated in the manner in which you're treating me. Number 12, they will go straight out and just say, you're crazy, okay? You're a weirdo. And that's because they don't want to deal with what they are doing to you. So the easy way is to throw it off, to disregard it, to not even approach it, to not talk about it. And they'll just throw you off as being crazy. And then the next one is, you'll get the whatever. And that's their way of trying to disregard anything that you say, because in their mind, your feelings do not matter. Now, this next one is a thing that abusers often do. If you wouldn't tick me off, I wouldn't have to do or say such mean things to you. No one makes you say anything out of your mouth. If a person does something to you that's nasty, if they hit you, if they say something evil about you, no one is making them do that. They're doing it because that's what they chose to do. If they hit you, you did not make them hit you. See, oftentimes when you're dealing with someone that's being abused, they will make the victim feel as if they're the fault of the abuse taking place. So it's your fault that that man beat you to a pulp. It's your fault that they strangled you, tried to strangle you. It's your fault that they slapped you across the face. It's your fault that they cursed you out. It's your fault for anything that happens to you. They never take responsibility. It's always your fault, and you're the reason that made them angry, and therefore you're the reason they retaliated against you, because after all, it's your fault. Wrong answer. Wrong answer. We're all responsible for our own actions. You may want to backslap someone. It doesn't give you the right to do so. You are responsible for what you do with your hands. You're responsible for what you say out of your mouth. You're responsible for your own actions. Number 15. No wonder so and so has a problem with you. They will make you feel as if the whole world is against you and it's only them that's right, or their cronies. Let me just say this. And that's called triangulation. If a person has to use a third party to try to prove their point, well, this person agrees with me and that person agrees with me, then obviously they must don't have much of a point. I would tell them to come with the facts, not someone's opinion. Come with facts. Therefore, if they are trying to use someone, because oftentimes the other person, the other party that they are using in their defense is not even aware of what they're talking about. And even if they are, they're flying monkeys. They're enablers. They're not going to say, narcissists always get people around them that's going to support their bad behavior, or don't even know that this person is really a narcissist. They might be unaware. Whichever it is, they're the flying monkey that's being used in the narcissist attempt to try to triangulate and gaslight you. And you have to be aware of what their game is. All right, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be back in just a moment.
With you, patient and strong, always, no matter what I face, you've been there to bring me through, just fine, on time. It took a while to see that your love was true. Now no one can until the end of time. Good to know your mind. And all I want to say till my dying day, I just wanna be close to you. Heartless and sweet. Heaven is where I wanna be, where I am when I'm with you. Perfect, yes, perfect is what you gave for all the world to see. Now no one can undo, 'cause I belong to you until the end of time. Good to know you, and all I want I just wanna be close to you. Come on, Fitzy, follow me. You say. Go out to sea, but now we know the truth. And no one can undo. I can't do until we were all good to know you're change your mind and will. Hallelujah. I just wanna be close to you. just wanna be close to you.
And that is Close to You by BB and CC Whining. All right, so number 16. If you tell them about me, I will blank and hurt you. So, in other words, when the narcissist says this, they are blackmailing, or they're telling you that they're going to exaggerate some lies to get back at you for exposing them. And this often keeps people quiet. And let me just say this, because I've been seeing this a lot in the news where different people have allegations coming against certain individuals for some type of abuse, whether it was sexual, other things, and they did not come forward at the time. And one of the things that is so important, and I would tell anyone, is if someone does something to you, rape or whatever type of abuse it is, do your best to come forward when it happens. And I know it's hard if a person's in a certain position and you might feel threatened. You might feel they might tell you, they might threaten you, they might blackmail you, they might say that they're going to ruin you. But regardless of what they do to you, they can't do anything worse than what they've already done, can they? So if they have abused you, is anything really worse than that? So if something happens, and I know sometimes people wait years, they don't feel comfortable at the time. They might have been younger where they feel threatened, or they didn't know what to do. They thought nobody would believe them. Talk to someone. Tell someone what has taken place. If you have been violated and legally you need to is where that person needs to be behind bars, then make sure that you talk to them, so that talk to someone so that you can ensure that you get the help that you need, and then whatever that person has done, then they will have to deal with that with the law. Number 17. I used to think you were a good person. And this is what they would say to you, because what they're trying to do is they're trying to get you off balance. They're trying to make you doubt yourself. They're trying to make you think that you're bad and that something is wrong with you. And so they tell you that because they want you to feel as if their feelings, or should I say their thoughts, matter. Let me just say this. When you're dealing with a narcissist, do not put 2 cents into what they think. Okay? Because they will manipulate that. And they do that because they feel as if you're putting so much stock into what their opinion is, that you would disregard what they're doing to you, the abuse that they're doing to you, because you're worried about their opinions. Do not worry about the opinion of the narcissist. You're trying to recover. You're trying to recoup. You're trying to heal. You're trying to get to know yourself again after you've gone through this type of abuse, because narcissistic abuse is dangerous, and it's any abuse is bad. But when you're dealing with someone that plays the mind games that narcissists do, that's some of the worst abuse that you can experience. Number 19, I'm going to skip down. I don't have time for your games. The only one that's playing the game when you're dealing with a narcissist is they're playing the game. They're playing chess, while you might think it's a checkers game. They're always trying to do something to manipulate the person who is the target of their abuse. Therefore, they will accuse you of doing the very thing that they're doing themselves. Number 20, go ahead, tell them about me. I will make your life a living, you know what. this is their way of trying to threaten you in order to keep you from coming forward with abuse. See, the narcissist is so concerned about other people's view of them that when you tell them that you're going to expose them, they do not want to be exposed. They do not want people to know the real them, because they work so hard to have that facade to camouflage who they really are. So therefore, when they feel like they're about to be exposed, they will say and do anything to keep that from happening. And they will threaten you if you say that you're going to expose the abuse. At the same time, do not allow their threats to keep you from coming forward when you are dealing with abuse. You need to talk to someone. You need to tell someone what is going on. Many people were silent when abuse was taking place, and they just kept dealing with the abuse, and to their detriment, some committed suicide. Some wind up being murdered by their abuser. Some wind up being emotionally scarred because they kept dealing with the abuse. No, talk to someone. Try to get the help that you need. Before we continue on, I want to give you the hotline.org, the hotline.org. And this is for those who are dealing with abuse and you need someone to talk to, somebody who can counsel you, give you some advice on how to get out of that situation. The hotline.org. You can go on their website and safely be able to exit out if you need to leave out in a hurry, and they can give you counseling. All right, number 22. Just try and you will lose. The narcissist will threaten you to go toe to toe with them. They will make you doubt yourself. See, they want to make you think as if they got the upper hand, and that anything that you do or throw their way, they're going to be able to battle it out, retaliate, and come on top. This is a mind game because they're psychologically trying to manipulate you before you actually expose them for their abuse. Anyone that's in position, that's in authority, that's trying to abuse someone and they're threatened to be exposed, they will do what they can to try to prevent that from happening. They will try to find out secrets about you. They will anything that they know about you, they will threaten to use it against you to keep you quiet. Do not allow this to happen. Women have been in this position just recently with politicians and different ones who threatened that, hey, if you expose me, then X, Y, and Z is gonna happen. And so sometimes women have kept quiet or whatever. But the thing is that when you are dealing with abuse, do not let someone's threats prevent you from exposure. Number 27, we're going to skip down. Oh, I forgot, you're holier than thou. You will have an abuser to use your religious beliefs against you. And even if you're not particularly religious, they'll make you feel as if you're trying to be better than them. So they will bring out the card, oh, you think you're holier than thou, to say that you feel as if you're better than them. Well, put it like this: you are better than to have someone trying to abuse and manipulate you. You deserve better than that. So if they want to call you a holy roly, if they want to say you're holier than thou, you think you're better than them, then let them think whatever they want to think. You have the right to not be abused by anyone. And if someone cannot respect you and treat you with dignity and respect, then they do not deserve to be around you. You do not have to be a victim. And number 29, which goes into being a victim, they will tell you like being a victim. And they will make you feel as if because of the abuse that you've experienced from them, then you're having this victim mentality, when in actuality they are victimizing you by the abuse that they are doing to you. See, they're going to make you try to feel as if you have no right to be independent of them. You have no right to express your emotions. You have no right to gain your independence. You have no right to tell people that you have been abused. They will make you feel as if, oh, you like being a victim, or they'll go the other way and tell you, oh, you're not a victim, when you have been victimized by them. They will make you feel as if you come out and say that you have been victimized by this person, they will make you feel as if you're not a victim. And they will say that, oh, it was you and it wasn't them that did the abuse to you. You have the right to stand and say, I was abused, I was done wrong, I was manipulated, I was mistreated, I was even threatened that if I came out, that they would retaliate against me. And those who understand what abuse is, they will understand what you've gone through. Those who's going to be on the side of the narcissist, they're going to continue to be on the side of the narcissist. You will never be able to tell them anything else. But the thing is you have to know your own truth. You have to stand on your own truth. And do not allow the narcissist to make you feel as if you are wrong because you're standing firm in your truth. Number 30, you wonder why I stay away from you. This is something common that abusers will say. You wonder why I stay away from you, and they want to make you feel like as if you're damaged goods, as if you're so damaged that no one wants to be around you. But they want you to feel as if it's so important that they're the one that's staying away from you. The thing is that if you're dealing with the abuser, guess what? They're doing you a favor when they are away from you. You're better off with them not being around you. Who wants to be around someone who is constantly degrading them, manipulating them, trying to make them doubt who they are? Who wants to be around someone that's constantly doing that to them? I know I don't. So be careful with them trying to make you feel as if you're doing something wrong to them. It is the narcissist, it is the abuser who is the one who's manipulative, dominating, and they're constantly trying to make you doubt yourself. All right, we're going to take another quick break, and we'll be back in just a moment.
My pride got in the way. Yes, it did. I thought I had it all figured out. I needed time away to work it out. And now that I've learned what it's all about, and all I need is you in my life, so you're the one, and all I need home is where I belong.
Coming Back Home, that's BB Wine and Brian McKnight and featuring Joe. Coming Back Home. All right, where are we at on the clock? All right, we still got a little more time. All right, so we have these statements that narcissists like to say when they are gaslighting you. And another one they like to do is they'll blame you for the things that they're doing wrong themselves. Number 33, no wonder I do drugs. So you're blaming someone else for your bad behavior, your bad lifestyle, which in fact is going to destroy you in the end, but you're blaming that person for you doing drugs. They will blame you for the decisions that they make, the irresponsible lifestyle that they have, and it's your fault. At the end, you're the reason why they can't get their act together. Number 36, listen to yourself. You're losing it. Again, they want to make you feel as if you're crazy, that you've gone bonkers for bunko. And you're crazy. And the only thing I will say is don't fall into it, because if you stay in it, then you will wind up going bonkers, okay? Because they will drive you insane. That's what the narcissist's goal is, to drive you cuckoo for cocoa, okay? And so when you telling them the things that they're doing, of course, they're going to be defensive. They're not going to listen. They're going to turn it around on you. And that's why we're going over some of these statements that they love to say to those that they are trying to control and manipulate and devalue and all these good old things that's in the narcissist's arsenal, because they're trying to make you doubt your reality, and that's what we call it, gaslighting. Number 39, they will say, I am not trying to control you. You're thinking about your ex and taking it out on me. Okay, so you're telling them that it's something that they're doing, but they will refer back to the ex that they knew was doing maybe something similar or worse, and they will say that you're thinking about them, not and they're not doing it. They will never admit to what they are doing wrong. They will always make you feel as if you're the one that's is something wrong with you for even feeling that way. Why? Because in their mind, your feelings do not matter, and that's why your feelings have to matter to you, because to a narcissist it does not matter to them. Number 41, I'm the best thing that has ever happened to you. Wait a minute, if an abuser tell you that, then tell them they can keep that best thing, okay? Because you don't want it, all right? If they're the best that's ever happened to you, I hate to see the worst, all right? So they, in their mind, they think they're the best thing since chocolate cake, all right? They will tell you, and they actually feel as if they're the best thing that ever happened to you, and you're not going to get anyone better than them. I hope I don't get anyone better than that, you know? The thing is that this is all in their head, okay? They're the ones that is going cuckoo for cocoa when they're abusing you, and they're going to have the nerve to tell you that they're the best thing that's ever happened to you. No, I would say no. Jesus is the best thing that's ever happened to me, and you're definitely not Jesus, all right? No, number 42, no one can ever love you as I do. And I would say, I hope not. Because they don't know what love is. A narcissist does not know what love is. Their type of love is toxic. It's destroying. It's debilitating. You do not want to ever receive that kind of love from anyone else. I'm gonna skip down to number 47, where they'll say, I'm the only one that really loves you. A narcissistic abuser wants to make you feel as if they're the only one who understands you. They're the only one that really gets you. They're the only one that in their mind will put up with you. They're the only one that's able to truly love you. They don't know what love is. Do not let them put that in your head, because they will have you thinking that once you leave them, you will never find another love again. And let me just say this. You don't want another love like that, because that wasn't love. It was toxic. Listen, if you want to know what love is, and I've gone to 1 Corinthians 13. 1 Corinthians 13 defines what love is. Get your Bibles out. Read what love is. Because when you understand what that scripture is talking about, then you will know that anyone that is abusing you does not know what love is, because it's not lining up with the word. And if it's not lining up with the word, then that means that you're not receiving what the word is saying. And anyone that, it's not about if a person goes to church or not, because let me just say this. You have a lot of people that go to church that don't know God. It's about having a relationship with God, because when you have a relationship with God, then you know what love is, because God is love. And anyone that is not loving do not know God. And the Bible says, how can we say that we love him, but whom we have not seen, and don't love the one whom we have seen? You're a liar if you say, oh, well, I love God, but then you can't love your brother, you can't love your sister, you can't show people love. You don't know God then. Number 48. You are not going to control me. They will tell you this to make you feel as if you're trying to control them, when in actuality you're trying to do the opposite and have them not control you. Think about it. What they do is they flip the script. They flip the script to make you feel as if you're the narcissist, as if you're the one that's crazy, you're too sensitive, you don't know what you're saying. They threaten to pay you back. They call you all kinds of names. They are threatened that if you tell other people what they're doing, then they're going to retaliate against you. And basically it's their way or no way. You have to take control. You're the one that's in control of whether you allow someone to continue to abuse you or whether you don't. You do not have to stay in an abusive situation just because that person has made you feel as if it's in your head and that you're not good enough and that no one else will love you. Love begins first with God and then yourself. If you don't know God, then you really don't know how to love. And if you don't love yourself, then you can't truly love someone else. And if you love yourself, then you don't allow someone to abuse you. Love begins with God. Then it begins with you. And then you know how to give it. And then you'll know how when you're not getting it, that you don't continue in that relationship. You don't have to stay in an abusive relationship. And let me just say this, because sometimes Christians use scripture, they misuse scripture, should I say, to keep people in abusive relationships. To say, well, if you married to that person that they're abusing you, then you can't leave or divorce them. That is an absolute lie. God did not make anyone to be anyone's punching bag, whether physically or emotionally. And if you are in an abusive relationship, it would be best for you to be single than to be in an abusive relationship. You're not complete just because you're living up under the same roof with someone. Completeness comes in God. And when you are being abused, you are not receiving the love of God. Therefore, allow that person to go and work on themselves if they are of the mindset that they need to, because one of the things that narcissists normally don't do is to say that they need to work on themselves. So let them work on themselves, but you be in a safe, secure place, whether it's mentally and or physically, so that you will not continue down that road of abuse with the narcissist. There were a lot of more things that they had here that I did not have time to go over. It's 121 different phrases that narcissists use to gaslight you. However, I gave you the website. I'll give it to you again, queenbeing.com. That's Queen Being, that's BEEING.com. And there's 121 things that narcissists say when they're trying to gaslight you. The best way to overcome dealing with narcissistic abuse is to know the game that they play. And when you know what they play, then you'll know how not to play the game. All right, we are up out of here, and I pray that today's broadcast has been a blessing to you. And we will see you next time on Narc Abuse No More, where we're here to help you admit what you feel in order to heal from the effects of narcissistic abuse, because your feelings do matter. This is Dr. K.L. Rich. Until next time.